in the blanks given using appropriate forms of the words given below. Marks 10. Ride, diminish, devotion, shout, watch, contest, disastrous, pleasure, philosophizing, finance. First, Mohan is dash to his father. Second, none seems to have been dash with his speech. Third, she dash at the peon when he sat down. Fourth, his dash condition is at the low ebb now. Fifth, several candidates are dash the panchayat elections. Sixth, the boy was frightened to dash the movie. Seventh, what does Samkaras dash teach us? Eighth, Hariharan's suspicious moves herald a dash. Ninth, in the circus show I saw a bear dash a bicycle. 10th, the chances of starvation deaths have dash today. Answer: devoted, pleased, shouted, financial, contesting, watch, philosophy, disaster, riding, diminished. B. Use each of the following words in two separate sentences, first as a noun and then as a verb. 10 marks. First, race. Second, hit. Third, play. Fourth, touch. Fifth, experiment. Answer: first, race as a noun. They took part in the race. Race, verb. We are raced to see what was happening. We all raced to see what was happening. Second, hit, noun. The play is quite a hit. Hit, verb. He hit me on the head. Third, play, noun. The children are at play. Play, verb. The boys play in the field. Page number 914. Fourth, touch, noun. I felt a touch on my arm. Touch, verb. Do not touch the pictures. Fifth, experiment, noun. He wants to carry out an experiment with those chemicals. Experiment, verb. We have no time to experiment with new methods. C. Rewrite the following sentences as directed parenthetically. Marks 5. First, do not make a noise, said the teacher to his students. Change into indirect form. Answer: the teacher asked his students not to make a noise. Second, Hari is so short that he cannot touch the ceiling. Replace so by to, T-O-O-2. Answer: Hari is too short to touch the ceiling. Third, I gave him a 10 rupee note yesterday. Change into passive voice. Answer: a 10 rupee note was given him by me yesterday. Fourth, she bought a house last year. The house is white. Change into a simple sentence. Answer: she bought a white house last year. Fifth, hard as he worked, he failed in the examination. Use though. Answer: though he worked hard, he failed in the examination. Fifth, correct the following sentences. Marks 10. First, he boasts his achievements now and then. Answer: he boasts of his achievements now and then. Second, she is living in this flat since 1995. Answer: she has been living in this flat since 1995. Third, the principal was angry upon the boys. Answer: the principal was angry with the boys. Fourth, character is more preferable than intelligence. Answer: Character is preferable to intelligence. Fifth, Krishna hanged all the pictures on the wall. Answer, Krishna hung all the pictures on the wall. Sixth, the sceneries of Kashmir move me most. Answer, the scenery of Kashmir moves me most. Seventh, cattle is grazing in the field. Answer, cattle are grazing in the field. Eighth, Hari is going foreign next month. Answer, Hari is going abroad next month. Ninth, she knew that I am leaving the place. Answer, she knew that I was leaving the place. 10th, his elder brother gave him many good advices. Answer, his elder brother gave him much good advice. B. Of the words given in the brackets, choose the one you think appropriate to fill in the blanks. Marks 10. First, the road accident proved to be dash. Fateful, fatal. Second, he got a dash opportunity to qualify in the test. In the bracket, gold, golden. Third, Faridabad is an dash city. Industrial, industrious. Fourth, an ashram is a dash place. In the bracket, quiet, quiet, Quite or Quiet. Fifth, Sona's handwriting is dash. Eligible, illegible. Eligible or Illegible. Sixth, we should not disturb the dash of his mind. In the bracket, PIECEPs or PEACEPs. Seventh, you should dash an example to strengthen your viewpoint. In the bracket, cite SITE or cite CITE. Eighth, Akbar was an dash to Humayun. HAIR here or HEIR here. Ninth, Rajasthan is a well-known dash. DESERT desert or DESSERT desert. 10th, the dash turned me out of the class. In the bracket, principal PRINCIPLE or PRINCIPAL. Answer, fatal, 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 golden, industrial, quiet, QUIET, illegible, ILLEGIBLE, PEACEPs, CITE site, HEIR here, DESERT desert, PRINCIPAL principal. C. Use the following phrases in sentences so as to bring out their meaning. Marks 5. First, bring about. Second, call names. Third, run out. Fourth, by leaps and bounds. Fifth, lame excuse. Answer. First, his ruin was brought about by his rash actions. Second, I hit back when he called me names. Third, the stock of rice ran out. Fourth, he made progress by leaps and bounds. Fifth, I cannot accept your lame excuse. Page number 915. West Bengal Civil Service Examination 2003. Composition and translation. Time allowed 3 hours. Full marks 100. First, write an essay on one of the following. Marks 40. A. The empowerment of Indian women is a vital necessity. B. The importance of tribal welfare programs in India today. C. Experimentation in contemporary Bengali theatre. D. Literature shapes minds as nothing else can. E. Non-violence is still the best policy. Second, write a précis of the following passage in your own words and add a little. 20 marks. I am no historian. I lay claim to no learning, but I have read in an authentic book on Hinduism that the word Hindu did not occur in the Vedas, but when Alexander the Great invaded India, the inhabitants of the country to the east of the Sindhu, which is known by the English-speaking Indians as the Indus, were described as Hindus. The letter S had become H in Greek. The region of these inhabitants became Hinduism, and as they knew it, it was the most tolerant religion. It gave shelter to the early Christians who had fled from persecution. Also the Jews known as Bnei Israel, as also to the Parsis. I am proud to belong to this Hinduism, which is all-inclusive and which stands for tolerance. Aryan scholars swear by what they call the Vedic religion, and Hindustan is otherwise known as Aryavrata. I have no such aspiration. Hindustan of my conception is all suffice for me. It certainly includes the Veda, but it also includes much more. I can detect no inconsistency in declaring that I can, without in any way whatsoever impairing the dignity of Hinduism, pay equal homage to the best of Islam, Christianity, Judaism. Such Hinduism will live as long as the sun shines. Tulsidas has summed it up in one doha. The root of religion is embedded in mercy, whereas egoism is rooted in love of the body. Tulsi says that mercy should never be abandoned, even though the body perishes. Third, choose 5 of the following words and make 2 sentences with each word treating it as both a noun and a verb. 2 into 5, 10 marks. Soil, judge, plant, humor, board, light, show, dance. Answer. Soil. Noun. The soil of the area is very good for cultivation. Soil, verb. He refused to soil his hands. Judge. Noun. The judge has given his judgment. Judge, verb. You cannot judge a man from his appearance. Plant. Noun. You should take care of the little plant. Plant, verb. We planted trees around the monument. Humor, noun. The story was full of humor. Humor, verb. When a person is ill, he may have to be humored. Board, noun. They put up a board on the wall to write on it. Board, verb. She boarded the train to Delhi yesterday. Light, noun. Please put out the light. Light, verb. She lighted a candle. Show, noun. I was present at the flower show. Show, verb. He showed me a picture of the boy. Dance, noun. Shall we join the dance? Dance, verb. The girl was dancing when we reached her house. Page number 916. Fourth, choose 5 of the following idiomatic phrases and make sentences to bring out the meaning of the each clearly. 2 into 5, 10 marks. By leaps and bounds, in a nutshell, by fair means or foul, to all intents and purposes, beyond dispute, to face the music, to abide by one's decision, to cry for the moon. Answer. The prices of things have gone up by leaps and bounds. This, in a nutshell, is the whole story. He tried to attain his goal by fair means or foul. An angry man, to all intents and purposes, is a beast. This is beyond dispute. the best book on the subject. He is prepared to face the music for his bold actions. Whatever may be the consequences, you must abide by your decisions. Do not bother about her. She is crying for the moon. UPSC Civil Service Examination, English Compulsory 2003, time 3 hours, full marks 300. Candidates should attempt all questions. First, write an essay in about 300 words on one of the following. Marks 100. A. The need for alternative source of energy. B. The role of judiciary in India. C. Freedom of expression. D. My idea of an administrator. E. Pleasure of learning. Second, read the following passage and answer in your own words the questions that follow. 5 into 15, 75 marks. This rule of trying always to do things as well as one can do them has an important bearing upon the problem of ambition. No man or woman should be without ambition, which is the inspiration of activity. But if one allows ambition to drive one to attempt things which are beyond one's own personal capacity, then unhappiness will result. If one imagines that one can do everything better than other people, then envy and jealousy, those twin monsters, will come to sadden one's days. But if one concentrates one's attention upon developing one's own special capacities, the things one is best at, that one does not worry over much if other people are more successful. There are those again who are discontented with their own job and complain of drudgery. But there is no job in the world which does not contain a large element of drudgery. Do you imagine that a Prime Minister has no drudgery to do, or an artist, or an author? I loathe drudgery as much as any man, but I have learned that the only way to conquer drudgery is to get through it as neatly, as efficiently as one can. You know, I am right when I say that a dull job slackly done becomes twice as dull. A dull job which you try to do just as well as you can becomes half as dull. Here again, efforts appear to me the main part of the art of living. Have I any other, the less disagreeable hints to suggest? I believe that every man and woman has, somewhere tucked away inside them, a sense of beauty. Without this sense, life on this earth is veiled in dim grey clouds. It may be that you do not care, or think you do not care, for poetry or art or music. If you make the least effort, you may find that some or all of these things will cause you sudden delight. And once you catch that delight, it will never leave you. Because if life, as I believe, is a constantly renewed effort, then the human frame and nerves require some relaxation. Questions. A. When does ambition lead to unhappiness? B. How can a person avoid envy and jealousy? C. How can we avoid the feeling of drudgery? D. Should we avoid ambition? E. What does the phrase "to get through it" mean? 3. Make a précis of the following passage in your own language in about 230 words. Marks 75. Some wars in the past were quite as disorganized and as destructive of the civilization of devastated areas as was the Second World War. North Africa has never regained the level of prosperity that it enjoyed under the Romans. Persia never recovered from the Mongols, nor Syria from the Turks. there have always been two kinds of wars: those in which the vanquished incurred disaster, and those in which they only incurred discomfort. We seem, unfortunately, to be entering upon an era in which wars are of the former sort. The atom bomb, and still more the hydrogen bomb, have caused new fears, involving doubts as to the effects of science on human life. Some eminent authorities, including Einstein, have pointed out that there is a danger of the extinction of all life on this planet. I do not myself think that this will happen in the next war, but I think it may well happen in the next 50 years or so, between two alternatives. Either we must allow the human race to exterminate itself, or we must forego certain liberties which are very dear to us, more especially the liberty to kill foreigners whenever we feel so disposed. I think it probable that mankind will choose its own extermination as the preferable alternative. The choice will be made, of course, by persuading ourselves that it is not being made, since the victory of the right is certain without risk of universal disaster. We are perhaps living in the last age of man, and if so, it is to science that he will own his extinction. If, however, the human race decides to let itself go on living, it will have to make very drastic changes in its way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. We must learn not to say never, better death than dishonor. We must learn to submit to law, even when imposed by aliens whom we hated and despise, and whom we believe to be blind to all considerations of righteousness. Consider some concrete example. Jews and Arabs will have to agree to submit to arbitration. If the award goes against the Jews, the President of the United States will have to ensure the victory of the party to which he is opposed, since if he supports the international authority, he will lose the Jewish vote in New York State. On the other hand, if the award goes to favor of the Jews, the Mohammedan world will be indignant and will be supported by all other continents, malcontents. Or to take other instance, Ire will demand the right to oppose the Protestants of Ulster, and on this issue the United States will support Ire while Britain will support Ulster. Could an international authority survive such a dissension? Again, India and Pakistan cannot agree about Kashmir, therefore one of them must support Russia and the other the United States. It will be obvious to anyone who is an interested party in one of these disputes that the issue is far more important than the continuance of life on our planet. The hope that the human race will allow itself to survive is therefore somewhat slender. But if human life is to continue in spite of science, mankind will have to learn a discipline of the passion which in the past has not been necessary. Men will have to submit to the law even when they think the law unjust. Nations which are persuaded that they are only demanding the barest justice will have to say that this demand is denied them by the neutral authority. I do not say that this is easy. I do not say that it will happen. I say only that if it does not happen, the human race will perish, and will perish as a result of science. Fourth, fill in the blanks using appropriate forms of words given below. Marks 10. Offensive, imagination. Psychological, conceive. Vacation, entire. Enthusiasm. Defy, margin. Lacerating, Page number 918. First, I do not believe in the dash of an ordinary politician. Answer: defecation. Second, she could not bear to look at his dash hand. Lacerated. Third, most people do not have any clear dash of judicial activism. Answer: conception. Fourth, who can dare to dash the boss? Answer: offend. Fifth, a sensible person can dash the plight of others. Answer: imagine. Sixth, you have to consider the matter in its dash. Answer: entirety. Seventh, it is difficult to dash such dullards. Answer: enthuse. Eighth, we can no longer dash the poor and the suppressed. Answer: marginalized. Ninth, you will have to dash the house. Answer: vacate. 10th, dash is an interesting subject. Answer: psychology. B. Use each of the following words in two separate sentences, first as a noun and then as a verb. 10 marks. First, help. Second, nurse. Third, judge. Fourth, pillory. Fifth, round. Answer: first, help. Noun: I want your help in this matter. Help, verb: I shall help you. Second, nurse. Noun: we engaged a nurse for her. Nurse, verb: she nursed her properly during her illness. Third, judge. Noun: the judge took up the case immediately. Judge, verb: we should not judge him by his appearance. Fourth, pillory. Ninth, the culprit was put in the pillory. Pillory, verb: he was regularly pilloried by the press for his radical ideas. Fifth, round. Noun: the guard is on his round now. Round, verb: the ship rounded the trip of the island. C. Rewrite the following sentences as directed parenthetically. 5 marks. First, no metal is as costly as gold. In the bracket, use the comparative degree of costly. Answer: gold is costlier than all other metals. Second, I doubt if you have done it. In the bracket, change into a negative sentence without changing the meaning. Answer: I am not sure if you have done it. Third, he was elected leader. In the bracket, change into active voice. Answer: they elected him leader. Fourth, she confessed that she was guilty. In the bracket, turn it into a simple sentence. Answer: she confessed her guilt. Fifth, she said, can you write a poem? In the bracket, change into indirect speech. Answer: she asked if I could write a poem.